Major district events. Fortunately, Swanborough there is in the way. Consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. It could also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. Oh, there we go. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district's health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. Okay. Well, this one's healthy. Look at all them cures right there. Went from serious up to stable, so there should be less. Oh, your actions have impacted. The prices and stocks of the merchants in the district may have changed. That's cool. Right, we haven't actually been to the West End yet. But the docks go from stable. Did we get up to healthy? Yeah, we did. Okay, just the same thing. Alright, so that's cool. We didn't cure her, but she's the old lady that we can't get into her house. We are level 11 now. But as you can see, still mesmerized level 1. I'm not sure how you actually increase your mesmerized level. I don't remember.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Alright. So yeah, we finally slept at the end of last part after, so many parts of not sleeping and leveling up. But, you know what? That's fine. Because all that means is that we made it up to level 11 without killing anybody on our first day. Hello, Dorothy.
Yes,
we did forget to talk to her, by the way.
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Alright, now let's see, because we did get some things about her before.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Alright,
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
alright. So, very dedicated. I'm not going to ask her where the morgue is. Obviously, we still can't ask her about the other stuff that we found out, but I'm not sure if we could have before we went to sleep or not. Let's see if we can get into... No, we still can't get into Swansea's office, which would give us a few more hints for some other people. We should look for what's his face, Clint. I want to say. I don't actually know where they put him. Fiddick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay, because Clint is the guy that we rescued. He got stabbed or whatever, right? Oh, right. I do believe actually that Clint gets put out here, if I'm not mistaken. There he is. Clay, not Clint. Clay. Now I see he's up and about. Really?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
That includes your wife, by the way.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Yeah, picking up that
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
picking up that knife early kind of took a piece out of it, but whatever. Now, since he's here, we should have nothing here. I'm tired of your shit, Clay. What the fuck did you do? All the bloody docs are gossiping about how my husband has just got that stupid kid. How many times did I tell you to count to 20 before drawing your blade? How can we expect to do proper business and have people obey if you keep on killing everyone who dares cross you? Now, rumor says some blokes from the dead's family are looking for you, and one of them even swore to kill you. Don't come home tonight. I've seen strange men patrolling the streets. They may be some commie militia or something like that sent to arrest you. Go to a safe place for a few days. Maybe go to the hospital or Whitechapel. Make yourself useful for once by checking if any Business could be settled over there. When the situation is calmer, I'll send a wet boot boy so you know when to come back. And we know. Okay, so we finished tools to trade. We got the crumpled letter. Now this, obviously, unlocked another thing for Clay.
Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad, I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
Alright. So that I do believe. Oh, but he is suffering from fatigue. Don't
I'll
worry.
leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Clay, we will get you fixed right up. We just need to go and craft a fatigue thing. I think I have to go all the way up to my room. Left. Damn it. Oh, wait. No, maybe left was right. Yeah, it was. Okay, never mind. We're good. I thought I screwed up. Went the wrong way again. Alright, that would be 1 fatigue. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make like 1 each, just to have them on me, but even though we obviously have a lot of the crafting materials necessary for them now, I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Yeah, thanks. I know what to do. I mean, I still don't know how to get to that lady, but we'll check here after I give Clay his meds.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is
Oh, who the hell's that guy?
and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Yeah, let's talk to this guy, because he's
Please,
definitely
sir.
new.
I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Alright,
I
so
have
let's
all
go
the
find his
information
friend.
I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Okay, so he says his friend went down by the canal, so let's check it out.
It's locked.
Really? Gonna go out on a limb then and say that that's where he is on the other side of that gate. And they're just forcing us to go around because there's gonna be some skulls there or something. So to get into the morgue, I do believe it's one of these buildings back here. Have the rookie there, but we should be able to. Oh.
No good place for a stroll.
Well, I can definitely hear the skull down there. There's no other way to get past those guys. Oh well, guess I'm gonna have to fight them then. Now, let's see how much our bite does. Oh, that does decent damage now. Really? Wow, they do so much less damage when we're actually close to level. And my bite does significantly more damage too, which is nice.
I said stay away, sir! Don't
Die,
come closer!
One, and again.
I'll kill this bugger!
Fuck, he's dead! Filthy fucking beast!
Really, that didn't kill you? Bullshit. But anyway. Yeah, and look at my health is up, everything. Oh. Man, this game is so much easier when you actually level up. Now, assuming that what I read was true, and the levels of the enemies don't progress with the story and not with you, I'm assuming that pretty much everything is going to be the same level currently. Just because, like, theoretically, once you go to the hospital and you do, like, 2 things, maybe talk to some people, you would then, instead of, you know, spending
I cannot enter.
so much time doing what we did, you would, in theory,
It's
then...
locked, all right.
Really? How does one get into the sewers, then? Maybe we can go around this way.
It's locked. I cannot enter.
Huh. Okay, now there's a level 11 skull. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, so much easier. So much easier. Okay. How do you do that? Like, how the hell do you get into the sewers then? I mean, that's clearly the sewers. Well, since we're over here, let's go up here and see if this note and weapon that just wasn't there last time will be there now. But yeah, I don't know. So there's supposed to be a note. Here, like somewhere around here, but I don't not see one. Still, I'm not seeing one. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird that I can't find the note. And then there's supposed to be a weapon. Somewhere over here. Like, maybe. Is there stuff in? I mean, like, I know that we can break barrels in that, but is there actually anything in them? I didn't think so. And as for the note, I mean, I don't think that our... Oh, I don't know, our safe house does go a little ways this way. But is it? No, not really. I'm not seeing it. So yeah, it's weird that neither of those things are there, but it's also weird that I apparently can't get into the sewer to save the guy. Where's our investigations? And it's not even counted as an investigation. What the hell? Alright, so... Huh, that's very weird. Hang on. So I'm gonna see, I'm just gonna Google this, because I don't know... No, I don't actually know how to, what to search for. There we go, claustrophobia. Yeah, I don't know how to get into the sewers, though. None of this is fucking worthwhile. It's just telling me... Okay. Investigations. Yeah, I'm not actually... Yeah, all it says is that the poplar sewers can be entered from here, but it's not... None of this stuff is useful. Oh, okay. Alright. We can't do it yet. That's so fucking annoying that we can't do it yet. Because they have the guy there and he's like, hey, my friend's lost in the sewers, quick, I need help. And then it's like, you can't help him. Why? Because you just straight up can't get into the sewers. Yet. It's apparently part of a main quest to get into the sewers. Or you go into the sewers as part of a main quest. So that's very annoying. That you, maybe that's why it's not showing up on my investigations, because it's, because I can't physically do it yet, maybe? I don't know. The skulls back here don't respawn, right? No, it doesn't look like it. I don't actually remember how to get into the... Or remember, I don't know, period, how to get into the morgue. I never noticed that the music changed when I used my vampire senses before. Is that like a new thing? Or did I just like really not notice it before? Either way, let's head into our morgue, which should give us a little bit more, some more hint, and a weapon that's supposed to be really good, from what I read. Based on the creaking and breathing, we're also not alone here. Not to mention the blood that's up on the upper floor. Oh, that sounds big as well. Okay, that takes us back outside.
It's locked.
No, we can't go in the basement. Here? You would, well, I was gonna say you would think in a morgue that there would be, you know, some medical supplies and that, but I guess if it was shut down during epidemic and that, I guess they would probably make extra sure that they took everything they could out of it first. Oh god, level 6. Alright. So I have a feeling that because of what we did...
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
Maybe.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Some bullets. And shotgun shells. Nice. Oh, there we go. We did get some alcohol.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Nice. Alright. Gives us another area to explore. Come here, you frick. There to hit me. Where the fuck did you even come from? Did you just show up because I grabbed the key, maybe? Some more vials. Some money.
I cannot enter.
Door is this? Doesn't seem to say. But I'm assuming that we will be able to go into that door at some point, considering that it says it's locked and the other one just doesn't let me interact with it. Did I check this room? I did not, because when I came up the stairs I saw the dude, right? Maybe that's where he came. Maybe this room is where the other guy came from. That would make sense. Oh, wait.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective.
Says
But
the guy.
they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Okay, let me see. I have no idea what he's talking about. Whatever the Mars is. Another dead... That's another dead skull, so when the... I mean, we got at least one dead hunter down there. And another dead person. Was this guy a hunter right here? Doesn't particularly look like it, but we got a dead hunter over there. So it's possible that he took down one of the skulls before he bit it. Hello. You know, I mean, somewhat do that too. Actually, I think I can do that too, because I have, yeah, right trigger now, I do believe. Turns me invisible.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
No, it doesn't seem like they're after blood, right? They're just hungry boys, apparently. Alright, the fact that this is our quest, right? And it's filled with level 5 really shows that the developers really didn't plan on us doing what we did. Like, they very clearly didn't think that someone would go through all of that. Because, I mean, I have no doubt that with, that if you were killing people that you could get to 11 on your first night just from Pembroke. I mean, I don't doubt it at all. I mean, if you talk to everybody, get all their hints in that, I mean, let's just look. Because, I mean, we haven't got... I mean, besides Clay Cox here, because you wouldn't have been able to max him out. But, I mean, Mortimer's 1,000. Beatrice is 4,000. 1,000 there. He's not done yet. 1,000 there. 2,000 there. Let's see. They aren't done. Oh, there you go. 2,000 and 3,000 there. Although, I guess, because you have to be able to mesmerize, right? And since we're only level 1, that would be 1,000 there. 2. So, I guess that would only be 2,000 here. In the hospital, like an extra 2,000. So, I mean, while not horrible, it's actually not all that much. And then if you went to the docks, how many even level 1s are here? Level 2. Oh, there's a level 1, but we haven't maxed him out yet. Because, I mean, even if I was going for like a kill everyone run, oh, there you go, there's another 1,000 you could get there. I would still want to make sure that I got as much as possible, right? So, I mean, I guess you wouldn't get that much more if you were trying to max out your blood. Which I feel like there'd be very little reason not to. Because, I mean, you could say, oh, if somebody's impatient, but... yeah, it looks like we're supposed to be going that way, although it says there's something 80. I don't know what the hell happened there, that I hit you and didn't get my bite, but... Oh, I don't know which way to go. There's so many different pathways down here. Oh, I think this is the same room that I could have entered from that side then. Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? We got... Well, why aren't they feeding on this guy? Oh, what's this? Death report. Samuel Connor, Caucasian, male, 39, fisherman, type of death, natural, fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation. Tippett and Brannigan were examined him. All right.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Alright, sure, you're the doctor.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Uh-oh.
It's locked.
Oh, is this thing the Liston knife? Equip it and press Y to directly absorb blood. Alright, now supposedly this is a pretty good thing. Use Liston knife, a long and sharp surgical knife. Okay, so it starts at 3. Every upgrade gives it an extra 5, it seems. Decrease, or you can absorb more blood. Alright. So that must be why it's considered a good one if you're going to be somebody who uses the fuck out of your special abilities there. Out of your active ability, you know, like Blood Spear for me. I guess that would be a very good weapon because you could just clean up, right? So I guess that gave us, I'm assuming, another investigation. Sure did. Last file. And there. Why is there so many? Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane. Is this just like... Okay, so I'm assuming that this one over here is probably... How do we see there? Yeah, so I'm assuming that this is where Dorothy is. But why would we have two? Oh, though this is the back door, so this must be where the medicine... Why would the back door still be marked, though? Like, why would the entrance still be marked? That's weird. Oh, okay, and then we're back in this hallway. 15 meters. I mean, I'm assuming that there's going to be a boss fight, but at the same time, since we're not supposed to be level 11, John Doe, eh? The hit and the bite. There you go.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
I mean, you did awfully well right there. Like,
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
also, I like how he went through and killed all these guys. He spent the entire first night as a vampire killing guys significantly stronger than him. And yet, it's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this without getting stronger. It's like, dude, you were doing it before you got stronger. Like you were a fucking piss poor vampire and managed it. So I'm sure now that you're 8 levels higher, like two? We were level 3, so we're almost. So like we're almost 4 times the vampire we were the first night. Alright, there's supposed to be a couple of things in here. It says it's in a cabinet up here. But I don't even see a cabinet up here. Oh, unless it's this cabinet. Light blood serum. Okay, so I already had that one. Oh, okay. So we actually already had the stuff because we would have got the stuff for Colt and that here as well. If we hadn't already picked them up last time. But this place is now cleared out. So we should be good to just book it away. And now the only thing that we have, yeah, and then we just have the investigation with Brannigan and Tippett. Now, can I leave through the front door now? If I can find it, there it is. I can. Good. Alright, so this should be back in the regular hospital. Yeah. I know. I'm well aware. Thank you. Oh, right, we were supposed to go and check that. Let's... Where's Brannigan? There she is.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett's.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Okay, so apparently when you're doing this, after you've talked to them both, you'll get this all cover for you from him. Or you can, or if you talk to him first and Brannigan second, you can say it to her. Apparently you don't want to say it to her. You want to make sure that you say it to him. Otherwise you won't get this final hint from him. So like, as you can see, we have all the hints for Brannigan, but we're still missing one for him.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Alright.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there, by the sea. Read poetry, and wait for death.
I mean, that's the thing with doctors, right? Like, they lose one patient, they make, like, cause like, if you're a doctor and you make a mistake, somebody could die. It, like, even somebody comes in for something minor, and you make the wrong move, they could die. Like, they could come in for something that's 100% non-lethal. That's Pippa.
It's locked, all right.
I guess we left Crane. Oh, it says in the patient's room. Oh, I wonder, is it... It's probably that other lady, right? Yeah, that one over there, probably. Oh, and the priest guy is still here.
It's locked.
Okay, maybe it isn't her then. Where the... Oh, she's this way.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Falling apart. But in the circumstances,
Yes, Doctor?
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Please, could you point me in the...
It's the large...
That's all.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine.
Time with me,
Alright, what the fuck does that have to do with
my
anything?
sweet girl.
Dr. Reed,
Treats me like a
Oh, there we go. Alright, why do we have... We actually have 2 out of 3 of our hands.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to...
everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Like, ever?
Well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Alright.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay, but now it's taking me to a different place. Blood temptation. Yeah. Also, I looked up what you needed for the to increase your mesmerize level. It's just doing the main quest line, apparently.